But what kind of precedence will that set? Because if you have this group and then government negotiates, and tomorrow, who knows the kind of group you will have, and then they also will say, look, there's a precedent here, so you have to negotiate.
We are not setting any precedent. America set a precedent. They gave 5 men.
Looking at the homegrown perspective.
Nigeria will not be the first country to negotiate. France did. Some people were abducted, some clergymen taken into Cameroon. They paid.
Now, I'm just thinking, if they were discussing this in their circles up there, saying, look, how do we do this without setting a bad precedence for another militia group who knows which region will come up tomorrow, and then also wants us to negotiate? What do we do about that?
Look, the negotiation should probably be holistic. Look, we're not talking about the girls alone. This should not happen. One thing you have to appreciate, sir, is that we all now know that this is something that happens regularly there. It's just that now the whole world is aware of it. It's always been happening. We now know that the Boko Haram is really not the most violent sect out there. It's just outspoken. It has people who have Western education supporting it. And they know how to use all these devices and gadgets. That's why they are so prominent for now. There are others out there who are still forming. And so when you say, oh, we'll be setting a bad precedent, I say no, we are not setting a bad precedent. Nobody. If my child was there, I probably would be dead now. And I won't see why government will not negotiate. And, I mean, it's out in the open now that actually there's been a negotiator from Australia, Dr. Stephen Davis or so, who has been talking to these people for over a month and had made positive inroads. And the basis for what the Chief of Defense said was the job that this man did. They've been talking. It's just about, maybe they have not. I said it on channels before, that this is really, it's about economy, it's about money. It's something that emanated, it started with the Niger Delta thing. Some people feel, I mean, if some people can carry their guns and harass government, and today they are being paid for not working. Somebody is getting 60,000 naira per month for not doing anything, and state governments and federal government are saying we can't pay 18,000 naira per month as minimum wage.
But we have
but I think you're back to his question of precedence.
Yes.
Because, I mean, if you say, which a lot of people will not agree that they're quite the same thing, if you say that was a precedent, what do we now say about this? Is this something we should also encourage, because we don't know where else the next one will spring up from?
As of today, I'm interested in Chibok girls. Whether we like it or not, OPC will one day carry guns and say, look, we have to get paid too. It started. It's a bandwagon effect. That a mistake was made, a very terrible mistake. Somebody felt, look, let us pacify them. And then some people up there felt, look, I mean, if some people are just earning money, they are being sent abroad, South Africa.
Was it really a matter of mistake? I mean, can we really say that these situations are the same? I'm looking at it a lot more critically, because some people will say that we should deal with this on a case-by-case basis, and we shouldn't look at it in a manner of precedent. Can we really say that the two of them are comparable?
Well, I agree to the extent that, well, every situation should be dealt with on a case-by-case scenario. But what I'm saying is we have a case on our hands now. And I feel, personally, that the solution, I mean, girls, these people, I mean, you will see, they went to Yobe, slaughtered young boys in a boys' school. Why haven't they done that with these girls? It's because they are pawns. They want to use them as a bargaining chip. The moment they kill, if they had killed those girls, they are dead. That's when you will know how terrible the Nigerian military can be. You understand? So they are using these girls but psychologically, they are wearing these girls out. They may never be the same again. I mean, there's a video that's now out that shows the girls now talking. Look, we are tired. Why are they treating us like this? I never knew I could suffer. They are so confident.
But in the same breath,
Yes.
4 of them recently escaped.
That's what I'm saying.
So that's kind of
The
strange.
dreaded Boko Haram, that looms large in the estimation of the whole world. 4 young, weak girls were able to escape. And he said, well, the reason, and some of these parents have come out that we even visited. We saw them. But these people will not harm the parents. They will not harm people coming to visit them and leave. But they won't allow the military to come near them. Doesn't that say something? When you can visit an abducted person, yes, they are in different camps, but at least they are allowing them to talk. Oh, they are fine. They are not fine. One is sick. One is down. One has a broken wrist. Somebody is bringing back these reports.
So what do you make of all of this? Because this definitely should lead to an end to all of this. Are we getting closer? Are we picking anything from some of these releases of videos, statements, comments, and move by even the government as well as the terror group?
I assume that those who are in charge of intelligence gathering, they are making use of the information. It's just that the situation is so helpless. I mean, they have all the details. They now say they know where they are, but they can't just enter. Because if they do, it will be a bloodbath. And that's what I dread. If there's a way they can give us these girls, and, I mean, they can have whomsoever they want. I mean, so most of these people they are talking about, yes, their complaint is there was a time government, they went to pick their wives and children, and they are under lock and key. Some of them have been released. Yeah, it's payback time. We are also doing the same thing. Why should we arrest our wives and children and all that? Do you understand? Now, you look at it from that perspective. What brought that about? Why did that happen? Is it legal to arrest somebody for the offense committed by another person? Is that the law? Because this happens every day. It has taken the Chibok girls to bring that out. It's a very salient issue. Police will do it every time. A man absconds, they pick the wife and the pregnant wife and a kid, and they lock them up. And nobody talks. So, I mean, you have to, like you said, we have to consider this on its merits. Don't let us just deal largely, generally, based on what the fault. Yesterday, I was watching CNN, and the attack that happened is in Adamawa yesterday, and they were reporting that there was an attack in the eastern part of Nigeria. I quickly got up. Boko Haram has come to the eastern part of Nigeria. And over again, they kept reporting that. These are people who will always report negatively. They will say we are bad, we are corrupt, we don't know anything, our journalists are not there, brown envelope moving, everybody is corrupt. That report, if it was about a situation in their country, that station is in big trouble. Because so many people will go to court and say, as soon as I heard it, I collapsed. I lost an arm and a limb because my people live there, this and that. They will sue for billions. Until this morning, they were saying eastern part of Nigeria. These are the people we are entrusting. Every day, somebody in the office of the Secretary of State in America will come out, address a press conference, which even our own military people are not doing, and say, well, the reason why they are having problems is because the Nigerian government is corrupt. Are they just knowing that? Is it not on record that the most expensive properties on the high streets in London are owned by Nigerians? Is it not well known that the most expensive properties in Maryland are owned by Nigerians in the USA? Why are they telling us we are corrupt when they've always known that? We have a situation. Help us. If you can't help us, leave us.
So,
Yeah. Well, we'll have to wrap up. Thank you, Mr. John Oloyede, for this matter. But the matter continues as a matter of fact.
Surely
and
does.
Continuing asking questions of the military and all of those to see information is key.
you know,
actually.
Chamberlain, I was just going to ask him who should actually get across, because there's a difference between northeast and eastern part. And if you talk about people complaining about all of this, I'm sure the information minister should be one of such persons that should get across to such a media house and put the record straight, isn't it?
They should put it, not necessarily the minister, that's the problem. The center, unitary form of government in the name of federalism. Why can't the state governor talk? They always push it back to the federal people.
Or governors in that
the governors
the
should
East
talk.
region.
Don't they watch the telly? They pay to appear on CNN, don't they?
So, as a case in point for them. But we'll be back after this break. Join us again.